Yes. Welcome to Come Well to another episode, another doorway, another portal, another orifice entitled Am I as I am? Most importantly, as you are, as you are, as you are. First, let me begin by thanking my supporters, my listeners, um, watchers, those on this specific path, receiving this particular calling, my creations, my projections, vice versa. Just to thank y'all that for the support. Most importantly, the acknowledgement, the attention, and the support of the book. Purchasing the physical copies, the first physical copies of the book, entitled As You Are. Once again, it'll be available for Amazon, ebook, audiobook, soft cover, hard cover, however you want it, by November 15th, 2022. So that's 11/15/22. It'll be available on Amazon, under KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing, Book Baby, and it's under a international distribution deal. So it'll be everywhere. Barnes and Noble, whatever other bookstore names y'all know about. It's going to pretty much be everywhere before this solar return goes into its next transitioning stage of 2023. So I just want to thank y'all for supporting it. It's very much acknowledged and appreciated and respected, most importantly. Like I said, you're not, when I say with my clothes and my clothing line, Maya's Asian, you're not purchasing the clothing line, you're promoting a state of mind. And you're not purchasing or writing. What you are is initiating and igniting, to ignite internal. So this is the book right here. This is the physical copy of it, entitled As You Are. The subtitle reads, The Art of Mastering Principle Within Personal Intimate Relationships. On the back is the summary, things of that nature. So when you purchase the book, you get a little understanding, a little glimpse, a little doorway into the understanding of the mind of the Mayas, into the mind of a Mayas, or into the mind of Am I as I am. So pretty much this is the physical copies of it. I have a few limited copies of the book at the moment. I'm saying this right here. So these are all the copies of it at the moment. It's about 120 pages, but front and back comes to about maybe 80. So it's a quick read. And once again, this is not a novel. This is not a storytelling thing. This is a self-help guide. Something that you keep in mind and keep in the heart. Kimah, Kimah, which is in the book, which what I'm saying will be more understood when you read the book and understand what these initials stand for. Kimah, which is keep in mind and keep in the heart. Which is kind of saying keep in the same location, because the mind is here in the same location as the heart. This is the brain. It's something different. So once again, like I told y'all, the purchasing of the book is $19.99, along with the shirts and copies that I have made from DTF Transfers right here. Got the whole pile of shirts right here as well. DTF Transfers right here. My logo, my energy, my spirit on it. And the light to get out. Any size, any color. It's $19.99 for the shirt, $19.99 for the books. But together, when you get the as I am, along with the as you are. It's a $10 discount, which comes to $29.99. So it's $40 separately if you buy the shirt or the attire and the book, because it's $19.99 a piece. But when you buy it together, it's $29.99. So that's the sale and discount that I got going on right now. It's how y'all want to maneuver it. How y'all doing it? You know what I'm saying? According to your finances and your situation. Well, understand this is the energy of the spirit that needs to be present right now at this moment. And those listeners, watching this, and supporters need to keep supporting their energy to keep pushing it out. Because you ain't supporting me. You're not supporting the messenger. You're supporting the message. And you're pushing the message. So you're not supporting the messenger. You're pushing the message. You know what I'm saying? You're expanding the light that needs to be seen by whoever it's going to be seen by and whoever it's going to be embraced by. Understand? So, I got a few more copies as well. I got a few more to print out pretty soon. Once again, thanks to the DTF Transfers, because that's the family I deal with. Their material is authentic, and once again, like I said, whatever secret you gotta keep it going, because the material and the shit is official. It don't rub off, it don't wash off. It's official and authentic, one of a kind. Of course, you already know. Right now, you in the lab of madness at the moment. You already. That's how true it is. Let's get into within this flux. You already see press and print machine right here. So this is the Mad Lab right now that you in right now in this video at the moment. Mad Scientist Lab, where I create shirts. I have my books ready. Certain things that I'm doing. These are other books that also I dive into every once in a while to go deep into the understanding of this phenomenon entitled LOVE. Like I told y'all, for some reason I'm on this path. I don't question it, and me not questioning it, I receive the answer for it. And about it. So I just want to make sure y'all get that little quick infomercial. Once again, before I go into the topic of today, this is the product. These are the books right here. You know what I'm saying? I got copies of it, along with other copies of it, but it's a limited amount. So the rest of the amount will be on Amazon by November 15th, 2022. You can order it through ebook, you can order an audiobook, hardcover, or soft cover. It's a pretty slim book. It's a quick read. Because like I said, I'm not kicking novels, I'm not kicking stories, I'm not kicking fairy tales. This is all shit based upon being in the moment and mastering principle within your personal intimate relationship with your significant other, with your mate, with your companion, with your soulmate, with your flame, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? So it's here. It's basically here. So basically, like I said, you caught me in the madness of the lab at the moment. I'm a mad scientist. And things are obviously manifesting because this was once just a drawing. This was once just a drawing. I just drew it because I'm an artist as well. As far as like drawing and painting, pencil, pastel, paint, marker, crayon, doesn't matter what you put in my hand, I can express it almost in extreme detail as how I perceive it in my mind. So this is once a drawing on some damn loose leaf paper, then on typewriter paper, sent to a professional graphic designer. He got the idea, sent it back, and it came right and exact. Along as well with the clothing line. Of course, as you can see, these are DTF Transfers. Once again, by flashcustomtransfers.com, the family. It's authentic. On my material, my clothing, I deal with them, through them. Got the shirts right here. These are all the white shirts right here. It's a palette of them, it's a mountain of them, as far as over here in the corner. But we have other colors as well. So whatever color you want, whatever kind of style you finesse as, we got it. I got it. It's right here. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, it doesn't make too much sense getting the book by itself, the as you are, without taking with you the as you are. So this is the as you are, but the amias is am I as I am. And then there's the as you are. You know what I'm saying? As you are. So if I was to say to you, you know, doesn't make too much sense, especially because I start my videos off, every video off in that way, when I say am I as I am, as you are. So this is the am I as I am, and this is the as you are. Doesn't make sense to get one without the other, or just get this one without this one. Doesn't make too much damn sense. Understand too as well, because some people are like, you know what? How do you know how to price what your product is and what you're selling to people and how you're doing your business and all that? And I tell them basically, from a real basic point of view, kind of wrote this down, but I said, and when I wrote it down, it came from a point of truth. I said, I'm not trying to fit into people's pockets. I'm trying to fit into their minds. So I don't really know what to price. That's how true it is. I don't really know what to price these things as, these products. I'm giving it a number. Some people are saying you should sell it for more than that. So listen, I'm just going to do whatever the energy is informing me to do. I'm not, once again, trying to fit into people's pockets. I'm trying to fit into their minds. That's of most importance and of most relevance. To fit into the mind of an individual, into the heart of an individual. If I fit in there, if I see it to be fit, and if you see it to be fit within you, then that's where I belong. I belong there in your heart, in your mind. I'm not here. Remember, everything is hidden in plain sight, which is why we're all spiritual. So you can see me physically, but I'm still hidden in your plain sight, but out of sight, out of mind. See, so this is the whole science of it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not trying to fit into people's pockets. I'm trying to fit into their minds. And it just so happens that we have this medium called money, which is nothing but currency, and currency is nothing but energy. So it's not you giving me money for my product, it's energy exchange. And within that comes expansion and abundance. And it also in turn influences and inspires me to keep going, because that's spiritual confirmation to keep moving forward in the path. So it's you're not only supporting, you're confirming, you're validating that whatever I'm spewing as this medium, as this conduit, as this doorway of nothing, with a message speaking through me as the messenger, delivering the message to you, and you speaking that message on to others, it keeps this cycle going. You know what I'm saying? And once again, I'm not great at putting a quantity on something which is quality. I don't know how to put a quantity on something which is quality, which is quality. I'm throwing numbers out there at the moment, but don't get it twisted, because I'm learning business. I got a book right here, Starting a Business, as long as with a few other books as well. While I'm learning the business aspects, the business language, and the business customs, the customs of business, and the business ethics. Creating a mind of business, because my spirit decided to deal in this field for the purpose of expansion and abundance, to reach out. Not to everybody. I'm not trying to reach everybody. That's not my purpose. I can care less. This is for those who find this message, this light, this path, this calling, this information relevant and relative to them. Those who have or find they have an interest in this. Those who kind of can't divert their attention away from what this entity called blue is spewing forward. Because, yeah, I'm blue, but I'm not blue. This is just an avatar which I'm using to get a message out through to you and from you to others. Reach, each one, teach one, reach one. That one that's reached teaches another one. And so on and so on and so on. But it's not teaching, you're torching. You're creating a torch, an ignition, and igniting in someone. Which is, once again, like I told you, you're not promoting a clothing line. You're not purchasing a clothing line. You're promoting a state of mind. You're not purchasing a writing. What you're doing, in principle, metaphysically, you're initiating and igniting within you, a certain kind of igniting within you. See, so I have to use these words as infomercial or promotion, exposure, because this is the language that we were taught in order to get our calling or our path or our message out to another or to others, to possibly grab their attention if it's relevant to their path and relative to them and what they're about in this live form or this life form. Understand what I'm saying? So, I also wrote down here as well, price is the same word as precise. So in other words, I don't know what price to put on my work. I'm just precise with the work that I'm putting out. Price is the same word as the word precise. So in other words, I do not know what price to put on my work, on the work that I'm put here to do in this body, this very moment. I'm just precise with the work that I'm putting out. So once again, how the hell do you put a quantity on something which is not a quantity, but it's just pure quality? And this is some real shit. How do you do that? Is the number that you put out based upon your greed, or is it based upon reaching as many people as possible? Because we all have some kind of number to some degree, depending upon our finances, our bills, and what we're doing, what we're taking care of. But how do you measure that and balance that with needing to reach, wanting, or desiring to reach as many individuals incorporated with this path as possible with an acceptable number? I don't know. See? I actually had a higher number on my work, but for some reason, unbeknownst to me, I kept it at a certain number, which can reach as many individuals within the population of the masses as possible. Because we all in relationships. My path, my calling, like I told you, is just dealing with principles based upon people and relationships. Intimate relationships, not just relationships, period. Intimate relationships. Marriages, boyfriend, what you call boyfriend, girlfriend, if you want to call it that. Companion, mate, significant other. Husband, wife. Whatever you want to call it. My path is based upon the invisible, which is principle. And that's what I'm about. And that's what this entity is about at this very moment. So I'm putting that light out. I'm sharing that light with y'all. And If I'm sharing light, then that means that there's some who are in a certain kind of darkness. Darkness is not necessarily bad, because darkness is also potential for the light to shine in for whatever reason, for whatever purpose. Something you have to decode personally and privately within yourself. Well, like I said, this is pretty much what it's about. What I also wrote is I'm more familiar with value and quality rather than price and worth. I'm more familiar with value and quality rather than price and worth. Now, this is the crossover from my spiritual mission into a physical mission, creating books and clothing line and things of this nature. It's a crossover. And spirit is of quality and value. So I have to find my medium between quality and value, which is the spiritual mission, spiritual path, messages have to get out, and balance it with price and worth. Like I told you, it's also inside the book as well. Spirit is not quantity, it is a quality. So that which is a quality, how does that which is quality get branded with a quantity? And this is just something I'm sharing with y'all at the moment, as far as me trying to decide what numbers, what prices to put on these things, which I have no idea about. But I have to have an idea about, because I'm now dealing in the aspect of business. And this is human form. This is dealing with finance, financial establishment, financial security, comfortability, lifestyle. And everybody's value is different. Your value is not the same as my value. My value is the same as your value. Some people think they need a big mansion with 10 rooms, 3 garages, and 4 cars. Some people are just as content as that man in that mansion with 5 rooms, 3 garages, and 4 cars. And some can just have 1 garage or 1 driveway and 1 house with 2 rooms and be just as content. So everybody's value is different. You have to find your value. What is your value? Or what do you define as value to keep you as content and as medium or as median as possible? And this supports a balanced mind. I don't want to say a clear mind, because mind is never clear. It's an ongoing concurrent thing. It doesn't stop. But a kind of, if you want to put it, just a witnessing of mind and not being involved in the thoughts which derive from the thinking process. What keeps you content so that your mind and everything that you're composed of is actually on your side and for you, that serves you, and you're not serving it? I am, and this also kind of counts on what kind of being are you? Are you a simple being? Do you like simplicity? Are you what they call a simpleton? Or do you think you need a whole bunch of luxury to be content? This is just a message. This is not really a book. This is energy. See what I'm saying? This is not really DTF Transfers on a shirt. This is energy. It's not a shirt with my logo on it. This is energy with energy on it. This is a light. This is a message. So it's about basically finding your most simplest way of being in today's time. and not seeking or searching for more than what you don't need. So I'm saying I like speaking. I enjoy speaking. Like I said, I had a whole year-long successful podcast of just speaking to individuals from everywhere, from Africa to Mexico to Boston to Brazil to Spain to Canada, so on and so on and so on, both male and female, married, involved, and what you want to call single. And it was a year-long successful podcast, and it's still on. The podcast is actually still on, and it's on Spotify.com, entitled Beyond Words and Expression. Beyond Words and Expression. And it was me with a co-host. The co-host was one of my classmates in university I took up on metaphysical psychology, and we decided to put together a podcast. And I'm used to talking on the spot. I'm not used to talking to a damn camera lens and talking to y'all from here, from this medium. This is not my true MO. I'm used to talking to people over the phone or in person or through video. I'm not used to talking to a damn camera lens, but I'm making exceptions according to however this path is unfolding, as it unfolds and reveals itself to me, which I remain witness to, and move accordingly. So I respect it, and I reflect it, and project it. So just sharing something a little personal with y'all to understand where I'm coming from. People may call me a writer, a designer, an artist. These are just titles and labels to box in or try to box in something which can't be boxed in. See, so it's not really going for the messenger, because the messenger doesn't really truly exist. It's the message that's coming through the messenger that is true eternity. So basically, like I said, I just wanted to thank y'all for just supporting this. That's what this video was based on. Just thanking y'all for supporting the book, the first project, the first written project I have. And we know somebody, some people who may be in an intimate relationship as well, who are more influenced by the lower natures, the lower aspects of their nature. Inform them of this book. Inform them of the project. It'll be appreciated. To bring some kind of mental balance, emotional balance, sanity, clarity to that individual if they're going through things internal which may not be serving them, or which they may be serving unbeknownst to them, because they're in a state of madness and emotion and thoughts, concurrent thoughts, reoccurring thoughts. So it's pretty much, this is more of an infomercial kind of video at the moment. And there's more projects coming out, because I'm actually working on a book on the next one right now, the next project right now. It's definitely going to be interesting, as anything I do, anything I speak on or touch or write or come in contact with is going to be what it's going to be. And that's pretty much it. So this is a thank you video. Appreciate the support. I appreciate the acknowledgement. And let's all keep this energy pushing forward. Keep it moving forward. If you feel like what I'm doing is relevant and you find relative to it, why not promote it, support it, and push it forward? It'll be appreciated by me, but it'll be more in gratitude from the spiritual nature of the message and the light that shines through me to reach you. Am I as I am, as you are? See you guys next time. Until then, you already know. Keep your vision. 1, 0. Thank you again. Salam.